Welcome, everybody, to Pasadena and the majestic Rose Bowl, one of the unique settings in all of sport. This year's Rose Bowl, presented by Prudential, is a crucial part of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before that national championship game. And today we're going to find out who's got the toughness and the depth to continue their drive and keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on the number 2 seed in the playoff, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff semifinal. Which team will keep their national championship hopes alive today? The kickoff team is out there, and here we go with this playoff semifinal game. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. Welcome, everybody, to Pasadena and the majestic Rose Bowl, one of the unique settings in all of sport. This year's Rose Bowl, presented by Prudential, is a crucial part of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before the national championship game. We'll find out here today which side has the toughness and the depth to keep driving toward that ultimate goal, the chance to raise that gold trophy over their heads. As we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on the number 2 seed in the playoff, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. It's been a tremendous college football playoff so far, and it's down to this, the semifinals. Which team will head on to the national championship game? Kickoff team out there. We are about to get cranked up for the semifinal collision. Bringing it out, it's King. And the returner brought down by the...
That return backfires on him. Now, we're off.
Welcome, everybody, to Pasadena and the majestic Rose Bowl, one of the unique settings in all of sport. This year's Rose Bowl, presented by Prudential, is a crucial part of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before that national championship game. And today we're going to find out who's got the toughness and the depth to continue their drive and keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on the number 2 seed in the playoff, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff semifinal. Which team will keep their national championship hopes alive today? kickoff team is out there, and here we go with this playoff semifinal game. And he takes this from inside the 5. Returner tackled right there. That's where they start the drive. Big guys up front line up. It's first down. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. And he'll scoot out of bounds after a short gain, not enough for the first down.
I love that this guy's not willing to just give up on plays. You know, he's got enough athletic ability to give you some positive yards in the run game, and he's able to do that right here.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Back to throw. It's Finley. Buying time now. Rolling to his left. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
Boy, this defense, everything you want from them they do here except contain the quarterback. Nobody's open downfield. They pressure the quarterback. The only problem is they can't keep him short of the first down marker.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Toss play, running right. Throws a stiff arm. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Extending the play now. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
The Buffaloes pick up enough yardage to get a first down. And the runner takes off to his right. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just wanting to battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. On the run here. Lets it go. Not enough on that one. It falls incomplete.
Well, that's a great job by this defense of getting pressure with only 3 pass rushers. That leaves 8 back in coverage. Makes it very difficult to find an open man. But, boy, you'll play that defense all day if you can get that kind of pressure with just 3 guys.
Back to pass. It's Finley. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
It just looked like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a bit too long that time, allowed the defense to be able to get the pressure, and they come up with the first sack of the game.
And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Breaks loose at the 40. Stop at the 43, but that's enough to make a first down.
Boy, a thing of beauty, right, Chris? A USC running back picking up a first down on the ground, and they've got so many great backs, and probably as many as anybody when it comes to counting up individual stars. I'm going back to guys like Charles White and Marcus Allen, both won the Heisman Trophy.
And that run is good for first down yardage, a new set of downs for this offense. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing. Challenging play for the offense. They face third and long here from their own 43. Quarterback making adjustments down to what the defense is showing. And he'll drop back here on third down. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up fourth down. So on their first drive of the game, they'll go for it in their own territory. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Let's it fly to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. They get him down after a short return, but the offense will go to work for the 44.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
And the Buffalo's offense is back out there on the field. The last drive stalled. They were forced to punt it away. Let's see what they can come up with this time. He's brought down, but a solid gain moves the ball across midfield to the 41.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line. Give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
That run good for a first down. The offense still rolling. And now the handoff. Fighting off the defender. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
He's going to take off. Finding space at the 20. And they finally make the stop, but that's a huge gain in the scramble. He found some space and just went for it.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first and keep this drive moving.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this call. It stings for the offense. Penalty will cost him 10 yards. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Oh, it's snapped to the back. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Second down after that previous play. Back to throw. It's Finley. The pressure is coming. And a senior making a disruptive impact play.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, Chris, is people like to say this is an obvious passing situation. It's really hard to vary things up and confuse the defense. This time the defensive line just came right in, expecting the pass, and blew up the play.
He's moving out of the pocket. And he decides to just throw it. That's going to bring up 4th down now.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
Kick is good. Gives the offense 3 points to show for that drive. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's King. Tackle at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. The offense is back out on the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. Finding some room at the 25. It's a solid gain. Moves the ball out to the 28.
How about the offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
That run picks up 1st down yardage, a fresh set of downs for this offense. Looking to pass, it's Anthony. Catch hauled in here over the middle. The gain is enough to move the sticks. Ball at the 40. See what the call is on 1st and 10. A new set of downs after that completion. Off an RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. The tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. And the Trojans looking to crank up the tempo a bit. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1. Offense cranking up the tempo now, no huddle. There's the handoff. And he's swallowed up at the line. Could not get past that big defensive tackle.
The offense has had really good rhythm in this drive. Running the ball, throwing the football. It seems like every play has been positive yards until that stop right there by the defense.
They come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive going. And the defense get a stop here. Can he make it to the marker? Moves the football to the 30. Good enough for a 1st down. The Trojans come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
And the Trojans looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Takes the toss, testing the right side here. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
The offense that time just trying to get the ball out in the perimeter, trying to find some space to be able to get their speed into. Pretty good job by the defense slowing him down.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Receiver makes the catch. And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a first and goal now. And the Trojans will line up now. It's first and goal. To the air, it's Anthony. Sideline catch made, but they stop him for no gain. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Second and goal. Look at this. They come out in a 5-wide formation. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Southern California. That kind of execution, a long drive, that's why this team made it in the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with a pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
Extra point splits the uprights. Out on the field. They settled for a field goal last time out. They're looking for the end zone here, no doubt. Picks up the first, looking for more. It'll be enough for a first down, brought down at the 43.
Everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers. And don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Their first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Now it's second down here. Dropping back, it's Finley. After a lot of time to scan the field, fires this one to the right. Oh, and he's got it down inside the 20.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
About time this offense gets going, it's a first and 10. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
Fresh set of downs, first and goal. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2.
A pretty good push up front here by this offense line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a one-on-one matchup and put the ball through the air for the touchdown.
Second down and goal. the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Buffs. Well, they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT is good, so the score is 10-7 now. Getting set to kick the ball off now. From inside the 15-yard line, bringing it out. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw it on first down. Caught quickly.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
The completion sets up a second down play. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. The Soft were able to bring him down quickly. The clock is still running. Not to hurry up here, but it's a crucial third down. They'll try to run for the first down. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play. Serious, the offense going for it inside their own 30. Fourth down, he's throwing for it. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. Stop at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Gutsy call to go for it, but it works. The quarterback and receiver are in sync, and you pick up enough yards to move the sticks.
The Trojans line up on 1st and 10 now. Dropping back, it's Anthony. Receiver makes the grab. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
The key on a drag route is to put the ball out in front of the wide receiver to give him a chance to do what he just did. Pick up some valuable yards after the catch.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Here comes a handoff. Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Movement here from the tight end. They look to throw it here on second down. And it's intercepted. They read the screen perfectly. Big takeaway. Now looking for a big return. Who's going to score on the pick six? Touchdown, Colorado.
Oh, my gosh. He completely baits the quarterback here. The quarterback thinks he can dump it off to the running back. The defense anticipates it, steps in front of it, and goes to the house for a touchdown.
PAT is good, and they go up 17-7. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime of the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the Trojans offense is back out on the field. Backed up this close to the end zone in the final minute. Let's say they just decided to take care of the football and look toward the second half. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. Here's a wide-open receiver, complete. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. And the Trojans will hustle to the line to crank the tempo. Back to pass. It's Anthony. And he slings this pass over the middle. Catch made down inside the 15. Touchdown, USC. Made the defense look slow that time. And now here comes the point after attempt. The extra point cuts the lead to 3, 17-14. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And the Colorado offense is back out on the field. They've got to be pleased with their performance here in the first half. Let's see if they just play it cautious and get to the break in front. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Breaking free at the 35. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
You know, they tried to catch this defense napping on 1st and 10 by taking a shot downfield. The defense does their job. They've got everybody covered. But I'm telling you, you better account for this quarterback because he can take off when things aren't there and use his legs, and he does that for the first down.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Caught in the flat by the running back. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? Their own defense. And when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we have a long drive how much it would allow them to rest and go out and play dominant football.
And they heave it deep downfield. Deep shot caught down inside the 20. He's into the end zone, but there is a marker on the play. Let's check that out. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. First down here for this offense. Looking to throw. It's Finley. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. In the clear at the 25. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a first down.
Chris, all week they heard about how fast this guy is. The defense coordinator told them they watched the film. They've seen this guy a lot. But I think the reality of seeing it now in person, I think it's surprised them. They've got to make some adjustments to their defense, or this guy and his speed will continue to have a field day.
And the Buffaloes lining up here on 1st and 10. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Trying to create outside the pocket now. He bought some time, now lets it go. And it's incomplete. Just 10 seconds remaining now.
That ball just seemed to sail on it. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch in bounds, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Good enough for first down yardage. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. Just time enough for 1 more play in the half. From the shotgun, Doc's back looking for an open man. And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. So, with only a few seconds left in the half, out comes the field goal unit. He was successful on his first try. This is just a chip shot from 21 yards out. Long enough and good. And that field goal, the final play of this opening half. The minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Buffaloes will kick this deep to begin the second half. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. USC offense back on the field. First play of the second half, they keep it on the ground. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. The back's got it again. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. They don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Man, Chris, what a great job by this offense to be able to pick up this first down. He had to come off his primary, meaning the offensive line had to give the quarterback a little bit more time, allow him to work those progressions, eventually finds the drag route for the first.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. They'll run it here. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
Looking downfield, it's Anthony. Quick throw, testing the middle. The ball is picked off. He's got some room and some blockers here. The 30, at the 20. Brings the interception all the way back. Touchdown, Buffaloes. What have they got cooked up with this 2-point conversion attempt? They'll try to run this one in. He makes it into the end zone to add 2 more to the lead. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away.
Damn. Yeah.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the USC offense is back out on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. Quarterback looking to scramble. Gets some space around the 30. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackle made after a big gain.
Boy, just a great throw and outstanding accuracy by this USC quarterback. We always know over the years that SC has as much history as anybody at this quarterback spot, and sure is living up to that right now.
He makes the grab. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
And the Trojans will line up on 1st and 10. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Finds his target. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards. So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And they stop him just short. The defense really backed up now. It's 1st and goal.
Well, at this stage of the game, this offense is clearly thinking it's 4-down territory. They need points on the board, and they need them in a hurry.
And the Trojans line up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. And they'll try the quarterback sneak. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And the Trojans will come to the line to crank up the tempo. 3rd and goal, try to make it on the ground. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans. Kicking team out for the PAT try. PAT is good. They still trail, though. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And here's the return from inside the 5. And they've got the returner around.
Oh, you got to do something.
And here comes the Colorado offense back out on the field. Last time out, they moved the ball well, but had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Opening play of the drive, he looks right for a completion. You get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again. We can see the second half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put a safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
He picks up 9, so just short of the first down. 2nd and 1.
Just love watching his back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Yeah, he's set. Here's 2nd down. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces a defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Looking to throw. It's Finley. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. They go backwards on that 3rd down completion. Sets up a 4th down. The Buffaloes will have to kick it away when it comes for his 2nd punt of the game. And the coverage team able to bring him down. Trojans offense is back out on the field. Let's see if they can keep that passing game going. The last possession, very efficient and precise. They're going to run it here. Hard running there, breaking tackles. He stopped, but he gets a first down. Well, we thought we'd see that world-class speed flash at some point today, Kirk, and there it was.
There it is. It's a thing of beauty when he gets out into the open field, and I thought he was going to take it all the way to the house. You got to give these defenders some credit. Yeah, they gave up a big play, but what you love is they didn't give up and just let him walk into the end zone. They were able to bring him down. Let's see if it pays off for them in these next few plays. You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside. Not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
He's got a lane. Can he make the end zone? Tackle just short of the goal line at the 1. What a run. And the Trojans looking to crank up the tempo a bit. 1st and goal, handoff. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Well, this defense is being challenged. They're close to their own goal line, but how about this play? All 11 guys coming together. They stood firm. The result is a short loss for the offense. Nice job.
Ball moved back to the 4 for second and goal. Scanning the field, it's Anthony. And it's intercepted right near the goal line. Inside the 40. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Buffs. Wow, what a play, a defensive score. And the interception taken to the house, a pick six, potential game-changing play there.
Yeah, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick six. And let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And the tackle is made on what's going to be the final play of this period. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Rifles this football to the left. And it's complete downfield. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air. Being on the first play moves it to the 43. It'll be first down. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Running out of time in the pocket. Escapes the pocket. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide. Second down play coming up.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
After the incompletion, they'll come to the line with 3rd and 1. That's a design quarterback keeper. Brought down at the 40. That'll be a first down.
This is why they're in the playoff, right? Not just the ability to throw the ball, but you get to a critical moment, a 3rd down, you trust that offensive line to come up with a first down, and they get it.
And the Trojans will try to keep this drive moving. Receiver makes the catch, and he's stopped after gaining 4 yards, so 2nd and 6.
I love what the defense is doing here, sitting back, giving up some plays underneath, tackling these guys inbounds, and just keep that clock rolling.
That completion makes it 2nd and medium. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. To throw, it's Anthony. Pass clock. The defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down. And the Trojans will crank up the tempo. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Takes the football inside the 30, and that's a first down.
Well, that shows you the trust they have in their offensive line in this running game. To get to a 3rd down, just trying to come up with a way to be able to keep this drive alive, keep hope alive that you can come back in this game. You rely on Old Reliable with that offensive line, and they come through for you.
And the Trojans have 1st and 10 here. Offense looking to throw the ball. It's a quick grab. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
I really like what this defensive coordinator's doing right now. He's got a nice lead. Just sit back. The most important thing is tackling this offense inbounds so that clock will keep ticking.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. You snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. And they get the completion. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first. And the Trojans are going to cash in the red zone. Snapping it from the red zone now. Looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Catch made down the left side. An explosive play. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback.
Hey, it's a nice game here, and they get the first down to stop the clock. But late in the game, trailing by a couple scores, these receivers have got to be thinking about getting out of bounds as often as they can to preserve that clock, to give them a real shot to come back to win it.
A chance to get right back into this football game. It's 1st down and goal. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Trying to run it in. The defense stops him close to the goal line, but not in.
I love to see this by this quarterback. And instead of giving up on the play and just throwing it away or trying to put one into coverage, he just takes off, reminds his defense what he can do with his legs, and almost took it to the house.
Check this out. It's a 5-wide receiver look on 2nd and goal. Scanning the field. It's Anthony. He'll try a pass here. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, SC. Kirk, you look for rust. You look for jitters in the opening drive. Not any sign of it for that offense.
You know, the offensive coordinator, when we talked with him this week, he had a feeling that this offense was going to be able to start fast. But I don't even know if he thought they would look this good this early.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Buffalo's offense is back out there on the field. Forced to punt last time, trying to add points, build the lead right here. And they'll keep it on the ground, trying to run some clock.
Chris, good job here on that stop, but remember the ball is inbounds and the clock keeps moving here late in the game when you're trailing. As a defense, got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all 3 to use. What point are you going to start putting those into play?
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Testing the right side here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, here we go, Chris. One of the biggest plays of the game. 3rd down and long with the lead late in the game. Clock is running. I think this is the time you call one of your favorite plays on this 3rd down. At the same time, be very mindful. You cannot turn the football over.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Bringing pressure. Hit just as he throws the ball. And it's intercepted, a crushing play. Look out, he's got some space. Touchdown, Southern California. And the defense adds 6 with the interception return. And they'll set up for the PAT. Oh, he missed it. It's no good, and they still trail by a point. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Is back out on the field. The defense has all 3 timeouts remaining, so they have to run a couple of plays here. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
We head now to the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to bleed out the clock and secure this win. Here's the 2nd down play. Keeping it on the ground here. And the one moves the ball up to the 33. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. This is a big 3rd down play coming up. If they can get the stop, you'd have to believe we'd see a timeout. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a 1st down.
You know, to me, Chris, with this offense, it's almost an extension of their running game. You put the receiver out in motion, you flip the ball out to him, out to the outside, let him do what he does best, which is use his instincts, and he picks up a 1st down.
And the Buffalo starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. They'll ride the back again here. It'll be Smarter right at the line for no gain. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Crucial 3rd down play coming up. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. They make the stop just short of the mark where it's going to be 4th down and inches.
Wow, the defense prevented them from getting the 1st down. How about that? Nice job of holding their point there at the defensive line. They came close to getting the 1st, but the defense deserves credit. Now we've got 4th and inches.
Less than a yard for a 1st down. They'll go for it on 4th. The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here.
Timeout, Colorado.
And the Buffaloes will line up to punt it away. They'll kick it away here. Trying to return the punt for some extra yardage. And the coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. Comes the USC offense back on the field. Interesting strategic decision. They've got some time to work with. Will they play for a field goal or take a shot at the touchdown and win it here? The pass rush closing in. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. They finally get him down. It's a big gain. Ball moves to the 47. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. That's a bullet right into the heart of the field. He tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Smart decision here by the defensive coordinator to go with dime coverage, get more speed on the field, extra defensive backs, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football for this quarterback.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Receiver in motion now. Dropping back, it's Anthony. And that's incomplete. Just 8 seconds remaining now.
Now that's going to bring up a critical 3rd down here as we're late into this football game in a drive where they need points. This quarterback's got to take control of this huddle, make sure everybody's on the same page. You have multiple plays that you could go to, whether it's a run or a pass, but you've got to come up with a 1st down.
Promising start to the drive, but now 2 incompletions sets up a 3rd and 10. The timeout stops the clock with 8 seconds remaining. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. It is complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline. So now we're going to have a crucial field goal attempt coming up. And And so it all comes down to a game-winning field goal attempt here in the final seconds. And a late timeout taken, just 4 seconds on the clock.
Timeout, Colorado.
So they'll settle for a field goal attempt here. A chance for this kicker to be a hero and win the game in the final seconds. It's good! This playoff run continues with a kick for the ages. Well, that's a great performance in a pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play, and to be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship, that says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically, and they get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.